Okay, this video is way overdue. I'm gonna put the Bible quote of what it's about, and it was really incredible what happened on multiple occasions. Let me see if I can switch this around. Okay, it's not switching. Yeah, so what happened was I'm just gonna walk in this beautiful park. It's a big soccer tournament for kids going on. So back in the 1990s, it was probably mid 1990s. I need a haircut. I practice the Roy Masters Be Still exercise, which is a blessing. Anyone who wants to be saved from the mind and all the deceptions, demonic deceptions, they all happen through the mind, through the thinking and imagination. As you guys can notice, if you get a thought for pleasure, like overeating or something, or sex where you shouldn't, it all comes through the mind, and then you'll get repetitive like ideas or thoughts to keep on, until you fall and do it. So we want to be still and watch that. That's real prayer, actually, or it's the best kind of prayer. So what happened was, after my meditation, I would go to sleep, and this happened on several occasions. Well, it happened probably, I don't know, over a year's time, maybe 5 or 6 times, or I didn't really count them, but a number of times. So I'd be laying in bed and almost not quite asleep, and I could sense this force, this spiritual force coming from like outer space or another dimension, and then it would shoot into my room. And then it was kind of terrifying, but I wasn't like, I don't know, it was like more in awe, but it was a bit scary. It was a force and a light, and I keep my eyes closed, I think probably out of fear. And it was a light in my room that was so extremely bright. Even with my eyes closed, it was like, sunlight bright. And then there was a force in there, like very like strong, like it had a sensation of like a jet engine in my room, but without the noise. And it would last maybe a minute or two, and then it would be over my body, and then it would leave. And then I would be wide awake, and I was like in awe, like, oh my gosh, what just happened? So this visitor would come back, like I said, like I don't know how many times, and it eventually gave me a feeling like a lot of us were believing the apocalypse was going to happen in the year 2000. So it made me feel like I was someone special, someone reserved for greatness, maybe. It had me, because this was like from the other dimension, and it had me feeling like it was, angelic or good, and like I was someone. It gave me a boosted feeling of pride. That's the bottom line, and I didn't recognize it at the time, so it kept on coming back. And then finally, and I was kind of known by my friends as like the apocalyptic preparer, so what happened was, finally, on the last time it came, I had the courage enough to, as I was leaving, its tremendous force energy, and it was dissipating and leaving, I opened my eyes and I could see a purplish veined cloud vapor spirit going out from the corner of the ceiling, leaving. And at that point, I pretty much realized this was not good. This was evil. This was a powerful evil force tricking me into thinking that it was good. And it was all related to inner unresolved angers that I've had, and we all have, and that's what attracted to it, and it appealed to my ego pride to create this scenario where I was going to be someone special, and in the apocalypse. So yeah, so that was pretty intense, and it relates to how, in the Bible it says that the demons will come as angels of light, and it's exactly what it did. But wow. And something that I should have caught on to very quickly is that when it did come and then come over my body, it gave me a sexual feeling. And so, an angel isn't going to do that. So yeah, so beware, practice that stillness, watching all the thoughts. And it's amazing how when you do that, Roy Masters Be Still, how those demons of thoughts and imaginations will continually try to pull you out of the awareness of the moment, like focusing on the warmth in your hand and the little light through your eyes, through your eyelids, even when it's dark. It continually tries to pull you out because it knows the power of it. It knows that you will live when you live in the presence. The Holy Spirit will live and act through you, very simply, and that's why it's constantly trying to pull you away from that. And it's pretty amazing how it does that. And by that you can know that it's a very, very powerful and effective way to pray silently. And thank you for watching, and watch out for those false demons of light. Bye-bye.